We had a busy transfer window yesterday and it set us up for our final season at Edgeley Park. So we're looking to bow out on how you can secure your final season ticket by making sure to subscribe down below. It's been our home for a long time now, but we're having one last season in there. Edgeley Park is due to be redundant after this year. We're selling it on to someone, not exactly sure who, but we will be moving into the Jim Gannon Arena. It's going to be 10,000 more people through the doors every week, hopefully, and it'll be a nice little thing for us to see next year. So it was a busy episode yesterday, bringing in players to add to the squad. We did get rid of 7 first team regulars: Lewis Hall, Lane Barley, Nunziante, Catalones, Leighton Corrigan, Amaral and Ross, all leaving the club, along with a few youngsters as well. And we've replaced them with 3 players who are ready for the first team. Leonardo Costa, Santos and Singon Silai will already be forming part of the first team, and they could be followed up in the future by Yanis Hirsch, Toby Coleman and Francisco Santahala. So we do have good squad, I feel. There was a lot of work done yesterday, but hopefully now we can see how the squad gets on. We have changed tactics as well. We've gone back to a formation that has some wingers in there, and we can hope we're going to see it pay dividends throughout the season. And this is the formation that we are going with. It's a 4-2-3-1. We've got Jimenez in goal, Silva Santos, England and the score at the back. Patino and new sign Sincon Silai make up the defensive midfield, with Steenvouden, Milinkovic and Felipe in behind, Foy up front. Like we mentioned yesterday, we are going to have to wait a little while to see Leonardo Costa's debut. He has got a little bit of an injury, so he's going to be out for probably the rest of the transfer window. And we do have Victor Sintas and Raul both on Olympics duty with Spain. So we're looking a little bit light, but I've got faith that the squad can go out and put in a good performance. We are still training Felipe on this right wing, but he looks like he has all the attributes needed to be a success there. And we mustn't forget as well, Anthony Jones, the centre-back and ball-win midfielder that we have been using, is very adept at playing on this right-hand side as well. So we definitely have options to bring on if we need them, but hopefully this first team will go out and secure a good result for us. We are kicking off the full Premier League. This is the first fixture, us against Aston Villa, the Friday night kick-off. So we're going to be looking to top the table come the end of the game. The opening 12 minutes of the game did not bring any excitement. Aston Villa with the first free kick line. I think Jimenez made the save for that one. Could have been Jimenez, could have been the woodwork. Either way, it stayed out. And that was the first little attack of the match. We've just had a corner which Felipe couldn't really do anything with once he got his head to the ball. So it's been a slow opening to the game, but I'm sure once players pick up a little bit more match fitness and can do a bit better, it will improve. Foy really should have got us the opening goal of the season there as well. Milinkovic did some good work to win the ball back in a very dangerous position, played it across the box. Foy was open, but he just put it wide of the target. We're going to need a better finishing than that. Obviously there is still time in the transfer window as well. Foy and Dilly have a little bit of time to show that they can be the strikers that we have this season, but they're going to have to start putting away the chances if we aren't going to look for anyone else. We've picked up the ball again in our half. Milinkovic gets it to Felipe and he unleashes Foy. Foy now through behind the defence, and this time he doesn't make a mistake. He buries it into the back of the net. It was a great ball from Felipe as well, and Foy did really well to get past his man at the back and bury it into the bottom corner. It was a very swift counter from us as well, and we just see this ball from Felipe taking out the centre-back, and Foy did amazingly to get it into the back of the net as well. We've got a good lead, and hopefully we can keep a hold of that for the remainder of the game. Looking to improve on that lead now, though. The score gets it into Steenvouden, he gets it back to the score, cutting inside now onto a stronger right foot and unleashes an effort, but just goes over the bar. But it's been a good, solid first half performance from us. We've been the dominant team, and although we're only winning by 1 goal, we do look to be keeping Aston Villa quiet for the moment. We need to go out and do a little bit more, though. We know Villa are dangerous, so we need to actually improve our play if we are going to keep them out for the remainder of the game. With it being the first game of the season as well, we do have some players who are tiring. Matsushita is going to come on the left hand side, in place of Steen Wooden. It's a bit of an unnatural position for him, but we'll see how he handles it today. And we are also going to bring on Paul Furder at right back. Silva Santos not having the greatest of games and is tiring a little bit, so Furder can come on to start to stake his claim. Going to keep it like that for now. Obviously there's still a bit of time left in the game, but hoping those fresh legs can add a little bit more to our play. We are seeing Patino and Milinkovic both tiring quite a bit now, so I think we are going to bring on Stephen Whittle in place of Patino, and we're going to have to do a little bit of shifting about. Well, we've got Whittle as the attacking midfielder. Felipe has moved out to the left hand side, and we have brought on Anthony Jones to be that winger. We'll see what he can offer us there. I think it's a interesting little experiment while we've got a couple of players missing, just to see if he can offer us anything going forward. And we are seeing Selai on his debut tiring as well, so Peter Arnott can come on, and I'm sure he can get a little bit of a standing ovation. The youngster's done very well on his debut. Obviously hasn't set the world alight, but has not made any mistakes either, so hopefully a performance for him to build upon as he settles in a life at Stockport. It's 5 minutes plus stoppage time left in the match now. Villa on the ball, and they're just trying to get it forward, but we're closing down the opportunities for them. Whittle trying to win it back, but England picks it up eventually, gets it to the score now, and you have to think a goal for us now could potentially kill off the match. Villa win it back low and look to break forward themselves. Again, we're doing well to stop the space from opening up. There's not really many options for Villa to find players, so I think if anything, what we can see from this is that the wide system at least is closing gaps. Whittle now, that's a delightful reverse pass into Foy, and Foy manages to find the back of the net. I did think it looked a little bit offside. We are going to have a VAR review for it, but if it stands, it'll be a delightful assist for Whittle. It does stand as well, and we see here the advantage of having Whittle in that position. That's a lovely little ball to take out the defence, and Foy gets his second goal of the game for us and surely wraps up the win for us. No chance of it being offside either. Like we say, I think it was that little burst when they stopped and he went through that made it look closer than it was, but it was a very, very good run from him and definitely a deserved win for us. Matsushita trying to get a little bit of a cherry on top of that cake, but it's a great save from the keeper. We have a corner, still an opportunity for us to get that third goal. We've got Santos in the box. Can he grab a goal on his debut? It's Jones instead leaping highest, but the ball goes wide. But it's a fantastic opening day for us, much better than last season as well, when I think we lost 7-1 on the opening day. And yeah, we can be very, very happy with the performance that we have just seen, and hopefully we can build on it moving forward as well. We're taking on Brighton in the next game. We'll get the players ready for that one, and it's going to be the first game of our final season here at Edgeley Park, so hopefully the home fans will be in strong voice and will get behind this Stockport team as well. So just a quick one before we get into that Brighton game. We did say that we'd give Lee Dilly and Owen Foy a chance to state a claim for being our number one striker this season. And then Marcus Larson popped up on a scout report, and my word, doesn't he not look like a fantastic forward player for us. So we have gone in and put in a bid, offered a contract, and we're just waiting for him to sign on the dotted line. There's interest from Spurs and Aston Villa as well, but hopefully he'll see the light and he will find his future at Stockport County. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more exciting news on the striker front shortly as well. Spurs have come in and made an offer for Larson as well though, so we are facing a little bit of competition. Like we say, we hope he can see the light and realise that this will be much better for his long-term future, but yeah, it will be tough competition. Obviously Spurs offering European football this year, so it will be tough for us to get that one over the line. We are pretty much at the Brighton game now though. We do have the players back from the Olympics as well, so there will be a couple of changes to the squad for that game. It is going to be the same starting lineup though. The changes have all come on the bench, with Raul and St-As both returning there. So yeah, we just need the same performance today. Obviously it was a huge win for us, first game of the season. Lots of good performances from the players, and we just need them to go out and continue that today. Obviously it's the first game we have at Edgeley Park this season, So we're going to want to put on a good show at home this year. Obviously, leaving Edgeley Park, we don't want to leave it with some good memories, and hopefully this will be the first of many, many wins we get at home this season. Brighton looking to ruin that though. They're coming forward now. Aymar on the ball on the left hand side. Silva Santos does well to cut out the ball into the box, but it's straight to the Brighton man again. And we are defending with our lives, it seems, and yeah, it is not enough. Brighton have been able to get through. Santos maybe could have been more powerful and more aggressive in his challenges, but obviously it was in the box, so I know he didn't want to give away a penalty. We just see the number 19 in the centre there. Once Mazzillo gets the ball across, he puts a foot in, and maybe there we could have seen him just go a little bit more aggressive to get the ball. As it stands though, we're 1-0 down, but lots of time for us to get back into the game. And it appears the players don't really want to get back into the game. It's been half an hour played, and we've only just had a shot on target, so definitely need an improved performance. We've just demanded more from them, and since that demand more, they've had a couple of opportunities. Nothing to write home about though, until we have a corner now. Patino getting it into the back post where Santos is waiting, but he can't find the back of the net with his header, and maybe going into the half-time break 1-0 down, maybe 2-0 down. Brighton with the corner of their own. Santos gets his head to the ball, almost gets it away, but Jimmy O'Donovan waiting at the edge of the box, drills it back in. It takes a wicked deflection and goes into the back of the net. So we've got work to do in the second half to get ourselves back into the game, and hopefully it's work that we can do, because the first half really hasn't been good enough. And yeah, I think it was Steenvouden sticking his foot out, just deflecting that one into the back of the net. So we are going to get a little bit aggressive with the players. We're going to thrash the arms in the air and tell them that they've been terrible. We're also going to bring on Sintas on the right hand side in place of Felipe. Despite him having a great game in the last game, he really hasn't had a good game today. Neither has Owen Foy. So Lee Dilly can get his first taste of football for the season. Hopefully they're going to pay dividends straight away. Patino with a corner. He finds the head of Santos, and Santos powers in his first goal for the club. It's a very, very strong header, but it's a very strong opening to the second half for us, and gives us a really good chance of getting back into the match. Santos there, he looks like a giant in that box, and he was able to use that advantage to get his head to the ball and really, really power it home. We need to continue that. We're going to encourage the players, and we are actually going to go onto an attacking mentality as well. We'll take this opportunity as it went onto the subs to make a couple of changes as well. Milinkovic is tiring. Whittle can come on after his great little cameo in the last match. And it's Silva Santos with another poor game for us, so we are going to see Paul Fuda come onto the pitch again. Silva Santos really hasn't started the season well. Confident he can get back on form, but he needs to do it sooner rather than later. It's another game for Jimenez where he's been awful as well, but that's more expected. Patino with a corner now. He gets it into the box, and I think we're going to be having ourselves a little penalty here, maybe handled by one of the Brighton players. We didn't really see what went on, but I can't see him not giving the penalty given that he stopped play there. I think it's going to be Lee Dilly who's stepping up, an opportunity for him to get his name onto the score sheet for the first time this season. He steps up and he buries it past the keeper, sends him the wrong way, gets us back on level terms in this match, 2-0 down to 2-2, and we've still got 15 plus minutes to go out and grab ourselves a winner. Nice confident penalty from Lee Dilly as well, his first appearance of the season, his first goal of the season, and hopefully he can carry on a little bit of confidence and keep on adding to that tally. We see Jimenez get the ball at England now. He is on the halfway line. There's lots of options ahead of him as well, but decides to go back to Santos. We do need to get it forward now. Fuda on the right hand side. Silai picks him out very well. Fuda tries to break down the right. His cross was deflected but fell a little, and his first time finish went past the keeper, and we find ourselves ahead for the first time in the match. Once Fuda put the cross in and it was deflected, I thought that was the moment gone. We see Fuda here, he's not really breaking with any intent, and really breaks luckily for Whittle, but he makes the most of it, and he's had 2 cameos for the season now, and he's made an impact fantastically in both of them. So really glad that we are keeping this young man around for the season, and hopefully he can go on and have another fantastic little year for us. He's setting us up for our second win of the season now, and we have managed to get 6 points from our first 2 games. It's a delightful start. The players should be confident, and yeah, it looks like it could be a very, very nice season for us. I think switching back to the wing play system, it's going to help us a lot. I think in these opening 2 matches we've seen a lot less space for the opposition, and in turn that helped us to defend a lot better. Laszlo singing my praises as well. Apparently thrashing the arms at half time worked absolute wonders. So we'll be keeping that happening if the players are doing terrible, but what an opening we've had to the season there. 6 points from 2 games. And yeah, obviously we do have the harder games coming up though. Man U next, then Spurs, Everton maybe not part of it, but Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool all after that. So that will be the true test of our credentials, and we'll see how we get on in those games. With regard to this season, obviously we don't have European football, and we do have the opening of the new stadium next year, so it is a season I want to get through quite quickly. So there probably will be less episodes. Not 100% sure when we are going to come back. Maybe sometime around November, December time. We'll see how the season getting on, how cup runs go and things like that. But like we say, we think with what's happening, we just want to get to next season as soon as possible. But we want as much success as we can this season as well. Hopefully a Carabao Cup run is on the cards. We've got York, who are currently 23rd in League 2, in the second round. So you would expect us to advance through that. And if we can carry on what we did last year, but improve that a little bit, then maybe we can go on and win the competition ourselves. As always, if you have enjoyed the video though, please make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. Remember to subscribe to the channel for regular Football Manager content. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.